And welcome back to part 3 of Outlast. This time we're going to try and escape wherever the hell we are and try and find yet another way out. To be honest, we end up sort of just giving it away now. We end up going to the underground to try and find a way through there. And we're being joined by Chris Walker yet again. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Being all big and ugly as is usual. I didn't see us enter this room, so hopefully, yeah, it'll just turn and leave. There we go. Right, now I'm going to do something a bit risky here. It's called Mad Dash. Because it's only one direction we have to go, and we're faster than him. Well, I say faster, I think we're about as fast. So we should be able to lose him. Because it's only going one direction. We don't have to turn off or go back on ourselves or anything like that. So if I just keep running, I think we've already lost him. Yeah, look, we've lost him. See, wasn't that easy? Can we open this? Nope. Oh, that was uncalled for. The game really tries sometimes with the jump scares. Oh yeah, and this is the cell block. I'm really noticing the cold out in the real world here. We've had some severe winds the past few days in the UK, and it's really starting to take its toll. I'm fucking freezing. But yeah, the cell block's not that hard to deal with. Like, there's a few little flaws and a few little challenges here and there, but apart from that, you've also got that guy there on the ground on this floor that just sort of follows you. I don't think he hurts you, but I've never given him the chance. I just keep on walking. Yeah, so you want to get up here. That guy's jacking off. Oof, that's horrible. There's a few nut jobs. Here's one. Right, now watch this. Look how far this guy ends up getting pushed. You would save yourself from that. You would be able to save yourself from that. That was a long enough push that you'd be able to recover and save yourself. I don't think this guy tries to grab you. I think there's another guy a little later on that tries to instead. Sometimes let me forward and press X. It is possible to screw up this jump anyway, even though the game tries to put like a nice tutorial for it. You can still easily screw it up. A lot of the characters are talking. So a lot of the wackos are talking about the wall rider and the experiments surrounding it. So brace yourself with that. It's quite an interesting way to do it, because they actually build up the wall rider really well, because it's nothing but talked about for like a big chunk of this game, and then eventually you start hearing it in the background, like building it up that way, and then you very briefly see it, and then you don't see it again for another few. Oh, here's the guy attacking us. Then you don't see it again for a few hours, and then you finally have to properly deal with it, which is quite an interesting way of handling it. But like I said, it builds it up really well. It builds up the suspense and the horror a lot better than Walker. Because Wall Rider will actually sit there and make you go, wait, what the fuck? Whilst Walker is just a big ugly guy. I think that's the way we have to go, but it's worth checking the others just in case there's something there. Sorry if I don't sound myself like as upbeat as usual, but a few personal stuff has been doing its thing, and I haven't been really feeling myself because of it. And I'm recovering from a cough still. Oh, hello. There's more hints at Wall Rider. You can hear some very questionable squeals as well. That's what another thing I really like at this game, the sound design. Like, not when it's not the actual orchestral, the actual sound things, the sound cues and things you hear from monsters and other beings around is actually really well. Like that thunder that cracked, that was some surround sound. That actually came from a direction. It wasn't just general. Which is a nice little touch I liked as well, where it actually came from somewhere. Right, now we're in the sewers. Alright, the sewers is interesting because it's actually quite a big chunk. I want to try and get all the sewers done in this part. Because we've got the sewers, and then we'll, on the other end of the sewers we'll be in the males ward. And when I get to the males ward I think it's when I'll stop, so hopefully I'll try and get all this done. To be fair, the sewers, if you're good, should only take about anywhere between 6 to 8 minutes. Just I'm not that good, so it'll probably take about 10 or 12. And the faint wind blowing in this is just making me notice how cold it is for me, just that bit more. Oof, that's the way we have to go. So we're not going to go that way. Because if that's like video game logic 101, if it's the way you're supposed to go, you go the other way first, just in case there's secrets like this. And that document face through the floor. Okay, nothing interesting. The only documents that are really particularly worth note are Wall Riders and Chris Walker's because of their relevance to the main game. There's a few that relate to what's happened before this, and there's the odd one that I want to say is hinting at a sequel, but I want to say, and the only reason I say want to is because we've learnt next to nothing about the sequel other than the fact it's happening. Right, that's where we need to go down next, and the map that that I just showed is your way of finding the vents to get through it, and Chris Walker's just joined us. Now, if you got behind the boxes quick enough, he shouldn't notice you. So you should like linger around and then turn and go down one of the corridors. Depending on which one he goes down, depends on which one we go for first. Alright, he's going down left, so we're going to go right. To be fair, the one on the right's harder to escape from, so I'm so happy we did this one first. Because the one on the left has a little tunnel you can escape through, whilst the one on the right doesn't. You just have to make a straight run. Because there's nothing here, it's just you're at the door, and you've got to turn that valve. Now, as soon as you do that, Walker does hear it, but he doesn't make it immediately obvious that he heard it. Because on the practice run I did get nabbed. Because I just assumed that he'd still be on the other side, and I went out and met face to face with him. So wait around for a while. I could go check and like lean out the door a little and show you what I mean. Yeah, you can hear him on approach. Let's see if we can spot him. Here he is. Now let's close the door. Sit back round here and wait for his inevitable approach. Depending which way he goes depends on how we handle this. Alright, he's going away, okay. If he came towards us, it might have been a bit of a mistake, because you would have had to sprint straight at him and hope he doesn't just grab us. Because if he grabs you, there's a very good chance he'll just rip your head straight off your body. Which, yeah, you're not living that. Alright, the other one, it's not the first tunnel, it's the second one, and then there's a little cutaway point we can use afterwards. Oh no, this is the way we need to cut through. This is the little tunnel I was on about. If you're on the edge and Walker sees you, he can try and pull you out. The same with this as well. But this one we're fine when we get through it. Right, now we can actually get to the lower junction. And Walker will stop heading towards us, so try and get through this quickly and then get into the tunnel again. Once again, don't be near the edge if he spots you go into it, because he will just pull you out. Because we're heading to a ladder, and I'm not actually sure whether he can pull you off ladders. Oh, there he is again. Because on the other side, you can pull you out these tunnels, and you can pull you out the little shelf things there. But I don't know if he can actually pull you off ladders, because the animation for ladders is a bit different. So I don't know if it would count. I've never given him the chance, to be fair, but no, I'm not sure. this ladder, and this takes us to the next bit of the sewers, where I think we start getting just a bit more of the casual wall rider hints, you know, as you do. Oh god, and this bit's pitch black as well. Oh, that's just what we need to burn out the batteries we don't have. Oh, hello. That was a really lame jump scare. We got Steam scared. Well, it's like most of the sales on Steam, but still. Hey, there's a little guy up there. I wonder if he's still there by the time we get there. Well, at least there's lights back on up here. But I think, like, I don't think there's that many batteries, or if there are any at all, down here. So you gotta be a bit more conservative with your battery life until you get out the sewers. It's not too bad. It's just that you have sections like that back there where it's pitch black. What's that?
You don't have to be scared of me. I can tell we're the same. But you still know it's real. The doctor's dead. You know that, right? Dr. Vernon died before he even started working here. Well, what kind of experiments does a dead doctor perform on living patients? That's the question.
One asks, what kind of experiment does a dead doctor do on living patients? Yeah, that's what I like as well. Some of the wackos aren't as wacky as others. Oh, hello. Now, some of them actually have concrete thought patterns and things like that, which is kind of interesting, really. Oh, this is getting dark. Oh, that was... Oh, and there's some monster here as well. Nice. What's that scratching at the door? No, I don't even want to know what's scratching at the door. I'm just going to get in the tunnel. The very long tunnel. I think it turns off as well at one point, so you have to make sure you turn the right direction. Which I'm not sure which direction it is. I want to say it's left because of where the door is, and we want to get closer to the door, but... Is it this way? No. This way. And we're running out of battery life for this already. Yeah, there is a counter in the top right next to our battery that shows how many spare batteries we have, so it's at least that. It never reached a point on my first run where I was dangerously low on batteries. And I definitely never reached a point where I ran out, thankfully. Or it's dark. I'll close the door just in case something follows. Oh, I remember this section. And I remember it just because the first time I went through it, I was convinced there might be something in the water. So I'm like, eh. Especially because of the sound effects and little roars you hear just as you enter this area, it probably leads you to believe there's something in here with you. But there's not. And then I ended up getting pulled into like a lull sense of security when I played Evil Within, and they had a section designed very similarly to this, and that did have monsters in it. Which was annoying. Oh. But yeah, this section, don't worry about it. Like, I'd say still be cautious, because I never spend much time in here, so if there was anything in here I wouldn't know. But I've never bumped into anything, so I'd assume there's nothing. There is a section after this though where there is something. So yeah, worry about that when you get to it, but for this section just work for it. Oh, bodies. I don't think you can get up there. Get under this. Right, this section. This area is huge. And I mean proper ginormous, and you've got to head towards the light, but you're not the only one down here. Our good old friend Chris Walker is also down here somewhere. You can hear him. There he is. Because he know. Oh, he's heading towards us. Okay. Since this is like a giant pillar, hopefully this will work in our favour. I can lure him round the pillar and then just sprint past. And I think he vaguely saw a glimpse of me on the other side anyway, so you should head toward. Yeah. He's heading towards that. That's it, now we can make a move. Go, 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 go. Right, now this bit can be a tad difficult because you have to jump a very perfect pixel on it. And if you mess up the jump, well then you've got Walker on your back, so... Yeah, he's down there, oh shit. Didn't mean to climb back down. Yeah, Walker's down there somewhere. The reason that's why the music got so intense, because he is down there somewhere. Oh, poor guy. Close this just in case. Oh, hello. Oh, I think he's that. You think he's on the aggression. Let's move. I think that's why this is here, so you can evade him and then sprint on. Yeah, he's chasing us. I'm taking wild guesses at which direction to go. This, ow. He even screams at you to get back, yet he's chasing us. We're on the exit end of the sewers now. We're leaving and heading towards the male ward. Oh, where's he going? He's gone. I think he's dead as well, by the sounds of things. Poor guy. Right, don't go up the stairs immediately. There's a door near the back here, like a secret door, that has a mountain of dead bodies. Yay. Well, sewers couldn't smell any worse. Hundreds of bodies condemned in a room. Condensed in a room. Yeah. There's a lot of little secrets like that you can find. I don't know all of them, and I know I'm going to miss the major majority of them, but hey ho. But we are out the sewers and now into the male ward, which is where I wanted to be before I ended this part. So, on saying that, I'm going to push this thing out the way so you can see where we go next, and I'm going to call this a part. So next time on Outlast, we'll venture through the male ward and see what the future brings in the male ward, and see if we can find an escape or some answers to the priest who will let us escape. But until then, take care of yourselves now. Oh yeah, sorry for this part being a bit late, couldn't help it. He's floating!